Ever heard of GregTech, the Minecraft mod that transforms your world into a long-term factory game, infamous for often taking thousands of hours to complete? Well, I've triumphed GregTech in one of its easier forms, and it's taken me only about 500 hours. But what makes it so difficult? GregTech mod packs contain an insane amount of content and progression. Known for their very difficult automation challenges, it's no easy feat. But today, I'm here to share my thoughts on a specific GregTech mod pack, that being Nomifactory. Featuring 9 distinct energy tiers and dozens of mods, there's enough content to keep you occupied for months. Your main goal in this mod pack is to obtain the Creative Quantum Chest, a magical item that can provide you with infinite amounts of any other item in the game. This, however, is no easy feat. So how do you do it then? Let me show you. Upon generating a world, you will get the option to spawn in the default overworld, or an abandoned cityscape filled with buildings and treasures. Anyway, when you spawn in, you're greeted by the quest book. While it may look a little overwhelming at first, rest assured that GregTech is known for having one of the best quest book systems in all of modern Minecraft. This quest book easily has all the information you need to beat the game, and is an invaluable tool to help keep you on track and manage your priorities. Along with that, one of the standout features of GregTech is its addition of multi-block machines. In vanilla Minecraft, most blocks you use to process items are just a single block, like a furnace. One block, one item in, one item out. Simple. Now take for example GregTech's Electric Blast Furnace, or EBF for short. This machine is made up of multiple blocks that work together in a 3x3x4 space, and can have many combinations of inputs and outputs for both items and fluids. These are needed extensively throughout the game. You can even upgrade them over time by just swapping out some of the parts. Now to sum up the progression real quick. As I mentioned earlier, the game is split into 9 energy tiers, ranging all the way from low voltage, or LV, way through ultra high voltage, or UHV for short. Each tier of technology is denoted by needing their corresponding materials and circuits, and as you work your way through each tier, you gain access to the next one along with more materials and faster technology. This creates a very satisfying gameplay loop, rewarding you with better technology that gets faster and faster as you get closer towards your goal. In addition to just GregTech, Nomifactory also has dozens of other mods to help or hinder your progression. Some of these include Applied Energistics 2, Draconic Evolution, Advanced Rocketry, and many more. The most important of these being Applied Energistics 2, or AE2 for short. This is the ultimate storage mod from Minecraft, functioning similarly to the Magic Storage mod from Terraria. This mod allows you to keep all your items accessible from a single interface, and it even comes with a search bar. It also allows you to seamlessly transfer items, fluids, and even energy through a single network, and as you advance your tech, it can even craft items for you. Understanding how to use this mod is critical to how effectively you can play the game. Though it is a bit complicated, don't be discouraged though. It is widely believed that practically anyone could beat this pack with enough time. I myself went into this as my very first experience with GregTech and many of the mods in there, in which I had to learn the ins and outs of everything, including AE2 for the first time, and I was still able to make it on my first run. Personally, I think it's a great place to start if you want to get into automation-heavy Minecraft mod packs, or just factory games in general. While it's certainly challenging, it isn't too heavy, and it's incredibly rewarding. And if it wasn't challenging enough, there's even a hard mode you can enable in the settings. If you decide you want to check it out for yourself, the link to the mod pack is in the description. So is the link to the Discord. And speaking of the Discord, I'd highly recommend you join it if you're interested in playing. I've gotten a ton of help there and plenty of my questions have been answered. People there don't bite. Usually. Now that all that is out of the way, what do I have to say about the mod pack as a whole? Like I said earlier, the quest book is very well thought out. It's a great resource to have at your disposal. It easily contains everything you need to beat the pack. Most of the times when I had a problem, it was just a small oversight, rather than a lack of understanding. Until you reach the end game, where it really just lets you loose, it has the right balance of hand-holding and letting you mess around and find out. I really like the pace of progression as well. The next step never felt too far out of reach, but it was always still a challenge to get to. The satisfaction I got when I saw a quest be marked completed in the book after I spent all day making some complicated machine line for some random chemical I've never even heard of, which finally gave me access to the last piece of technology I needed to get to the next tier, was super satisfying every time. Despite having over 100 mods, this doesn't feel too much like a kitchen sink pack. Almost everything works together very nicely and integrates with your progression at multiple times. There are very few mods and items that seem useless or just out of place. I can tell a lot of effort and care was put into making all of these mods work together, and I love that. That being said, the only nitpick I really have about this pack is just advanced rocketry. But if you've worked with that before, you know just the mod itself is very finicky and very buggy, and it's really inconsistent when it wants to work properly. Despite that, I never got discouraged or overwhelmed enough to need to take a break for more than a few days, and it kept itself fresh pretty well, so I prevented myself from getting burnt out after playing this for several months. So would I recommend it? Absolutely. This quickly became one of my favorite factory games, and despite how long it takes, I definitely play it again. It's fun both by yourself or with friends, and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. Well, that's my review of Nomifactory. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you'll check them out for yourself. Again, everything's in the description. See you in the next one.